Now, you've probably watched lots of videos and read tons of articles about essential oils for hair loss. Rosemary oil, peppermint oil, lavender oil, and so on. But there are some basics that you need to look out for when shopping for these essential oils. They're easily avoidable mistakes that aren't often discussed. Guys, if you were interested in using essential oils for your hair loss, you're not going to want to miss today's video. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Leon here from HairGod.com, where people who are worried about their hair loss go to regrow their hair. Now, just before we get into the video on essential oils, if you want to get access to the hair nutrition plan, then make sure to click the link in the description. You get 21 delicious recipes designed specifically for faster, stronger hair growth. The meals are loaded with nutrients like biotin, zinc, and collagen to make hair as thick and strong as possible. So guys, let's jump straight into it. The 5 things that you need to seriously look out for in essential oils for hair loss. Number 1 is cheap or discounted oils. So essential oils are literally the so-called essence of a plant. They capture a plant's characteristic perfumes and flavor. And to make even a tiny bottle of essential oil, you need to use up huge amounts of the plant. To give you an example, you need about a ton of rosemary plant to get about 2 kilos of rosemary oil. With some other oils, you need a ton of plant to produce just 1 ounce of the oil. So to make that tiny bottle of essential oil that you have in your bathroom cupboard, a huge quantity of plant was consumed in the process. And there is just no getting around this. It's down to the very nature of essential oils, and no technological breakthrough will ever change that. So precisely because you need so much raw plant material to produce even the smallest quantity of essential oil, it is impossible to lower the price beyond a certain point. Meaning that if you see an essential oil brand with a price that looks too good to be true, then you should avoid it like the plague. Because it is almost certainly synthetic or diluted. Which brings us to the next thing that you should look out for. The second thing is the white paper test. Now, this is a very simple test that you can do whenever you first purchase an essential oil from a company. It's called the white paper or the blotter test. And it's very simple. Simply pour 1 drop of the essential oil onto a perfume test strip. If you don't have such a strip, then you can just use a piece of white A4 paper. Allow the oil to dry completely, which for some oils can take up to 24 hours. Then simply look at the paper. If the essential oil hasn't been adulterated by a carrier vegetable oil, it should leave no ring on the paper. But if you see that the oil has left a dry stain, it's a strong sign of adulteration. Now, I want to be very clear that this test has limitations. Diluting the essential oil with the carrier oil is the most common method of deceiving the consumer, and it's something that this test will pick up on. That being said, it won't detect other problems, like synthetically manufactured essential oils, or the case where a really expensive essential oil has been diluted with a less expensive essential oil. Still, the test is very easy to carry out and screens out such a large percentage of adulterated oils that you should definitely avoid using when it comes to buying an essential oil. The third thing is the label and the description. So when you're shopping online or looking at the label of an essential oil, the 2 things that you want to see at all times are A, the scientific name of the plant in Latin, and B, the method of extraction. The scientific name of the plant is important to tell you that the oil is indeed extracted from a real plant, and it's not synthetic. Ideally, you also want to see where the plant comes from, the country of origin. Similarly, for the method of extraction, it tells you that the oil was extracted from an actual plant and not made in a lab. Common extraction methods that you'll find on the label or product description are steam distilled and cold pressed. Another thing that you want to be shopping for is organic essential oil. Because these oils are heavily concentrated, any pesticide or other chemical used in the crop will find its way into that little bottle. So you definitely want to go for organic. In summary, the less specific information that you have on the bottle about where your essential oil is coming from and how it is made, the more alarm bells should be going off. The fourth thing that you want to be looking at is the bottle. Now, have you noticed how most essential oils are sold in small opaque glass bottles? Usually amber, but they can also be green or blue. Well, it's no coincidence. Dark bottles protect the oils from light, which makes for a longer shelf life. The actual material of the bottle is also glass, and for a reason. If you use plastic, the chemicals in the plastic will eventually interact with the powerful essential oil and destroy it. So, if you see an essential oil being sold in a transparent bottle or plastic container, you ought to be a little bit suspicious. Chances are it's an adulterated or fake oil. The fifth thing that you want to look out for is the carrier oil. So you've carefully chosen your essential oil, you've passed it through the paper test, and you're ready to go. But guys, we are not quite there just yet. Essential oils are very concentrated and powerful. So if you apply them directly to the scalp or any other surface of your body, they will burn the skin. So you'll need to dilute the essential oil with a so-called carrier oil, which is basically a vegetable oil. The carrier oil will allow you to safely dilute the essential oil and then apply it over the entire scalp. And if you're using the essential oil to combat hair loss, it's a no-brainer that you want to be combining it with the carrier oil, also shown to stimulate hair growth. Two of the best carrier oils in this regard are castor oil and pumpkin seed oil. Castor oil is widely used on its own to promote hair growth all over the body, and that includes the scalp, eyebrows, eyelashes and beards. Think of it like the minoxidil of carrier oils. It basically grows hair wherever you apply it. And also pumpkin seed oil is becoming one of the most popular oils in the hair loss community after a 2014 study that found it increased hair counts by an average of 40%. In the description below, I've linked to some of our previous videos where we've covered these two carrier oils in more depth. So guys, let us know your thoughts about these 5 points that we raised in today's video in the comment section. And if you click the videos on the screen now, you can learn more about derma rolling as well as the 8 steps that we'll use to reverse his hair loss. Thanks a lot.